Welcome out. Time to chat with our newest athlete of the week, Danielle O'Leary from the women's soccer team. And Danny, first of all, congratulations on a successful road trip. You guys are coming off of a 2-0 swing in New York, but 4 games in the last 6 days, 5 games in the last 8 days. Mm-hmm. Brutal stretch as far as just kind of slogging through. What's the feeling coming out of it now as a team?
I think it was good. I think we needed it as a team because now we have our swing, I think. To not concede any goals in New York was a big thing for us. And honestly, just making sure now that we're winning games and scoring goals before we go into region play is good for us. So I think we definitely needed it.
You also I felt, needed the burst that you've gone on this week. 3 goals. I don't think any assists in that time yet either, but you've been kind of on the verge as a team of really finding that groove. What's clicked for you out there?
For me personally, I think it's just making sure that we play as a team, and I may have scored like the most goals from the team, but it's not just me. There's been a variety of players that have scored, which is good to see. But I think now that we've got some goals, I think it's just going to keep coming for us.
The last couple of seasons, I'm glad you mentioned that it's kind of spread out. The last couple of seasons, I feel like it's been 1 or 2 top weapons, and then everybody else kind of fills in as it goes. How nice has it been to see? I think already 6 girls have scored so far this season. How nice is it to see that type of contribution that deep?
I think it's really good, especially because it's not just sophomores scoring as well. I think it's good to see how the team, it's not just us forwards scoring as well, because Akena's a centre-back and she scored a goal for us, and Rochelle's a midfielder and she got a goal. It's just nice to see everyone's playing as a team and that no one's really just scoring all the goals for us and they're getting distributed nice.
For yourself, what's the biggest thing that's clicked this year just overall in your game? What are you seeing differently as a sophomore than you were as a freshman, especially early season?
In the early season, I think attitude was the biggest thing, because going into Florida last year, it was kind of like we knew we weren't going to do very good, and then we didn't play up to the standards, whereas when we went to New York the other day, we played against a team who was ranked higher than us, and we should have won if we put some goals in, but we just went in with a different attitude, and if we hadn't done that, we would have lost by a lot of goals. And I think it's just good to see everyone's positive attitudes, and if it is going to be a hard game, we work for it and we work as a team.
You guys did not drop a match in Region 9 play last year. Postseason, regular season, had some draws, but there were no losses on it. Is there a bit of a target, do you feel, after doing that last year on LCCC and with the teams you're going to be facing off from here on out?
Yeah, I think we have to either match it or do better. We can't lose a game now. If we were undefeated last year, we have to match that. If not, win all our games. That is the aim. The aim is to get to nationals again and do better than last year, hopefully.
Western Wyoming, who you're playing this week, one of those teams that was in the playoff conversation. You guys have had some success against them in the past, but last year was the first year that they've drawn you guys, and 2 years ago was the first year that they'd actually taken a match from you guys since 2020. Is there a little bit of, when you see Western Wyoming on the schedule right now, just because they've been a team that's kind of had a bit of a mark against you guys, where you guys also circle that game and say, we got to get off to the right start?
Yeah, I think we definitely, especially against Western, we have to perform, we have to win. We can't. We've done it once in the playoff games last year, but we have to get off to a good start. And if we start the season right, then hopefully it will just show the other teams what they have to go up against us. And I think Western's a good challenge for us to start with, because they are one of the better teams in our region, but we just have to go with the right attitude.
Wrap it up on that side of things and look over at the other side. Obviously, you're a student athlete, so how things been going? Second time around a little bit easier when you start kind of handling the classes as well as the athletic side?
Yeah, I think definitely it is. Now I know what I have to do, and how much time I have to do get my homework done, and obviously we have study tables too, so it's really helpful having that hour and a half 2 times a week just focusing on homework and getting things done. But yeah, it definitely is easier this year.
Is it kind of cool now being able to try and pass some of those messages along to some of the younger kids and help them through it? Has that been something that you've been finding a way to do?
Yeah, definitely. I think just making sure that we end with a high GPA as a team is important. So doing anything that any of us sophomores can do to help the freshmen is important.
Well, women's soccer is off to a good start on the field. Also a good start in the classroom, it sounds like, as well. Danielle O'Leary, our Athlete of the Week after a fantastic week on the field. Look forward to hopefully a few more.
Thank you.